Welcome to Hero Villains! Thank you for always watching and supporting the channel. What do you think about the battle between Lobo vs. Blue Marvel? The clash between chaos and cosmic order? Who will... Lobo, from the planet Czarnia, is a near-immortal being, possessing strength far beyond that of ordinary people. The ability to heal quickly and tremendous endurance. He has survived planetary explosions, fought with cosmic-level characters such as Superman or Shazam, and still laughed arrogantly. With a reckless, crazy, and bloodthirsty personality, Lobo is the embodiment of free destruction, without moral constraints. Blue Marvel's real name is Adam Brashear, a Marvel superhero, a former Marine officer, a physicist, and a leader. He possesses the power of antimatter, can lift objects of millions of tons, fly at supersonic speeds, and emit destructive energy. Adam is not only physically strong, but also a strategic genius, a combination of Superman and Reed Richards. Before we dive into the analysis, please click the subscribe button, please remember to turn on notifications, and click the bell icon. Thank you very much. Lobo is one of the characters with formidable strength. Not only is he an excellent hand-to-hand combatant, but he has also entered the fifth dimension, a mystical dimension. Here, Lobo has destroyed many weaker entities, including creatures from higher dimensions such as low-level demons. Among them is Quasp, a fifth-dimensional being who once claimed to be able to manipulate reality on all levels, freely travel through time and hypertime, a time network more complex than the normal timeline. What makes Lobo different is his superior regeneration ability, a form of immortality that makes him almost impossible to destroy forever. This ability not only helped him survive countless fierce battles in the event Dark Knight's death metal, especially in the confrontation between Wonder Woman and Darkest Night. Lobo proved his superior strength when he defeated an old version of Superman, or a post-crisis version of the entity that possessed terrible power. Lobo is a destructive being, and he once survived an attack with quantum lightning, a type of energy that can shatter the boundaries between space and time. Later, Lobo achieved near-godly power, even being able to create an entirely new reality at his will. In that reality, he turned the Justice League into a darker version and made Superman a villain. Lobo claimed that he could easily snap Aquaman's neck, but refused to do so because Aquaman was too friendly with dolphins, a quip that clearly shows Lobo's reckless and monstrous personality. In addition to facing superheroes, Lobo has also fought against truly divine beings in the true heaven, where he was eventually banished and also banned from hell. In one battle, Lobo fought against Dr. Fate, Zatanna, Ragman, Sargon the Sorcerer, and Enchantress, 5 of DC's most powerful magicians, all without suffering any injuries. He also fought a Superman corrupted by Eclipso on equal terms, not once, but twice. What makes Lobo especially terrifying is the fact that neither heaven nor hell can destroy or control him. Even Etrigan, the former ruler of Hell, was unable to restrain Lobo. With his chaotic nature, limitless power, and immortality, Lobo is not only dangerous, he is a living nightmare that no force in the universe can easily tame. His healing factor is far beyond the standards of any superhuman. Lobo can heal almost any type of injury in a matter of seconds. Even if his body is destroyed to the point of being reduced to a pool of blood, he can regenerate almost instantly, restoring both his physical form and fighting prowess in an instant. He can track any individual he has ever come into contact with, regardless of their planet or galaxy. This is an extremely dangerous skill, making him a nightmare for those who have ever come into his sights. Lobo is completely immune to all forms of telepathy, mind control, or psychic attacks. And attempts to penetrate his mind are useless, in part because Lobo's mind is so chaotic that even divine beings have difficulty understanding it. In particular, he even has the ability to clone himself from drops of blood, creating countless copies that fight in parallel, completely overwhelming his opponents. Among his greatest enemies are Superman, the Justice League, the evil ruler of Hell, Etrigan, and Atrocitus, the brutal leader of the Red Lantern Corps. And Lobo has often clashed with, and even gone toe-to-toe with, these top characters. Lobo makes a living as an intergalactic bounty hunter, a job that requires top-notch combat skills and is taking down a wide range of dangerous subjects, from aliens, supernatural warriors, to those wielding ancient magic. He has fought on many fronts, ranging from alien planets in the universe to the darkest dimensions of hell, and has always survived them all. The truth is that Lobo has not only survived countless wars, but has often been the last man outstanding. Not afraid of any opponent or environment, he is the embodiment of chaos, violence, and absolute survival instinct, is an immortal destruction machine, but also a perfect hunter that nothing can stop or escape from him when he decides to act. Subscribe to the channel, it helps us a lot, and moreover, you will see great videos every day. You are the best, thank you very much. Blue Marvel is one of the most powerful superheroes in the Marvel universe, although often underestimated compared to familiar names like Thor or Hulk. He possesses cosmic level physical strength enough to deflect an asteroid the size of Arkansas, a feat that shows the sheer force of his impact. Additionally, Blue Marvel has lifted the USS Enterprise, a massive object, and Namor, who has fought Blue Marvel, has admitted that his punches are on par with Thor or Hulk, especially since Thor and Hulk are two of the most physically powerful beings in Marvel. However, it should be noted that both Thor and Hulk tend to hold back much of their strength in normal confrontations to avoid causing unnecessary damage. But even with that factored in, Blue Marvel is still considered to be on par in terms of pure strength. The Watcher, an objective observer of the universe, once stated that Blue Marvel may have been strong enough to split the moon in half. With cosmic level physical strength, the ability to control antimatter, and a superhuman intellect, Blue Marvel is not just a hero, he is a force to be reckoned with. He has demonstrated incredible abilities by destroying or neutralizing a meteor the size of the state of Arkansas. He has also lifted the USS Enterprise, a great symbol of space technology, and brought it back to safety, and has endured the full force of a hydrogen bomb without serious injury. Although he may use metaphors to describe his powers, he can move and fight in space without the aid of equipment, something very few superheroes can do. He once single-handedly defeated a fleet of alien races, each of which possessed enough technology and power to destroy the entire planet. One of the most formidable opponents he ever faced was Anti-Man, an entity so powerful that even the Avengers were afraid. Blue Marvel not only dared to confront him, but also fought him tenaciously. He once survived the collapse of a skyscraper, and not only stood up, but also continued to fight. And he once led the Avengers against Anti-Man, an extremely dangerous and powerful enemy, with the strategic and charismatic leadership style of Captain America. During this campaign, Blue Marvel personally designed and operated a particle accelerator to neutralize Anti-Man's abilities, demonstrating a genius-level scientific level. His influence and power were so great that even the proud god of war Ares did not question or object to his decisions. He has been able to take on powerful superheroes such as Iron Man, Ares, Wonder Man, and Ms. Marvel on his own, and not only hold his own, but easily overwhelm them. Blue Marvel's strength is even enough to push Sentry to his physical limits. In one fight, he was able to knock Sentry off the ground with a single punch and send him flying into Earth orbit. Blue Marvel established himself as one of the most powerful superheroes when he defeated a brutal and nearly unstoppable version of Hyperion, King Hyperion, in a fierce hand-to-hand combat. It is worth noting that King Hyperion is not an easy opponent to deal with. He has massacred multiple versions of Blue Marvel across multiple timelines, as well as powerful heroes such as Hercules, Thor, Sentry, Hulk, and even the Eternals of multiple realities. In the confrontation between the Ultimates and the heroes from Earth 1610, Blue Marvel demonstrated his superior strength by defeating the Hulk with just a single punch, an action that is almost unthinkable considering the Hulk's brutal strength and legendary endurance. Blue Marvel is completely comparable to the horny names such as Thor, Hulk, Gladiator, and other cosmic entities. Blue Marvel is not only famous for his strength, but also for the powerful enemies he has faced. Formidable names such as Anti-Man, an old friend turned dangerous enemy with a power equivalent to cosmic entities. King Hyperion, a brutal version that has massacred superheroes across realities, and Ultron, an artificial intelligence with the ability to evolve infinitely, always eager to destroy humanity. Blue Marvel has even had a direct confrontation with the US government, not because of betrayal or abuse of power, but because his skin color and his limitless power made the authorities afraid, in a time when a black superhero with destructive power was considered a political threat. Whether in battle or politics, Blue Marvel always stood on the side of justice despite all the pressure from both humans and extraterrestrial forces. Please subscribe to the channel, it will help us a lot, and moreover, you will see great videos every day. You are the best. Thank you very much. A distress signal is sent from a research station located on the outer edge of the Alpha Centauri galaxy. Receiving the signal, Blue Marvel, with a sense of responsibility and commitment to protecting life, immediately responds, traveling through space to approach the scene. At the same time, Lobo, the notorious bounty hunter of the universe, receives a contract from a mysterious force with the mission of destroying the entire research station and assassinating the scientists leading the project to prevent the leakage of top-secret technology. At the scene, the research station has fallen into a state of severe devastation. Most of the structure has collapsed, drifting in space. When Blue Marvel approaches to carry out rescue work and assess the damage, he clashes with Lobo in the midst of chaos. Without any reason, Lobo, with his violent nature, is always ready to initiate a confrontation of life and death. Lobo still managed to gain the upper hand thanks to his insane healing factor, near invulnerability, and wild and violent fighting style. He did not follow any rules, making the confrontation unpredictable. Meanwhile, Blue Marvel had to fight while trying to protect the rest of the station and any lives that might still be left. The battle was fierce as Lobo swung his legendary battle chain, a blood-stained and violent weapon with wild force and unmistakable predatory instincts. Each swing carried the power to cleave a large warship in half, demonstrating his crazy, untactical, yet extremely dangerous fighting style. In the face of such savagery, Blue Marvel did not flinch. He activated an antimatter energy field around his body, absorbing and neutralizing most of the kinetic energy from Lobo's attack. He immediately countered with a punch as powerful as a supernova explosion, a force enough to warp the surrounding space and create shockwaves that traveled thousands of miles. While the force of the two colliding forces sent them both flying through a nearby asteroid, completely destroying the planet's crust as if it were nothing more than a thin layer of dust. And the surrounding orbit was distorted, the surface of space was torn apart by the collision, leaving a blazing trail thousands of miles long, like a galaxy on fire in the dark night of space. In the space that burned with the aftershocks of the cosmic attacks, Lobo raised his head high, laughing like a wild beast that had been unleashed. Not to be swayed by the provocation, Blue Marvel responded in a calm but determined voice, his eyes shining with the determination of a man with a great mission. Angered by that calmness, Lobo unleashed his ultimate killing blow, Cluster Frag 676, also known as the Destructive Bomb. A destructive weapon capable of flattening entire continents, designed specifically for near-immortal targets. The explosion occurred with terrifying destructive power, blowing away an entire artificial moon, leaving in space a giant black hole, burning with ashes. But Blue Marvel emerged intact, enveloped in a brilliant light like a living star. Both realized that this battle could not end without a final decisive blow. Lobo, in a frenzy of excitement, in his hand the interdimensional weapon, a combination of ancient destructive technology and killing instinct, vibrated violently. He roared like the last predator in the chain of absolute survival. Blue Marvel did not retreat. None. Like absolute concentration and perfect control over antimatter, he summoned an antimatter vortex, creating a hyper-compressed space. Being swallowed into a singularity, Lobo did not die, he could not die, but was sealed into the antimatter dimension, locked in a quantum prison set up by Blue Marvel himself. The winner is Blue Marvel. I hope you enjoyed this fight. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Follow me if you like. That's today's video. Thank you very much.